Scene script. Have you ever really thought about what it means when we say, "we the people"? It's not just a catchy phrase or a bit of historical jargon. It's the opening salvo of the United States Constitution, a declaration that sets the entire tone for the democratic experiment we call America. We the people is a powerful assertion of where the ultimate power resides in our country. Not with a king, not with a president, not with a ruling class, but with the people. Think about it. This was a revolutionary concept at the time. When our founding fathers penned these words, they were literally turning the accepted order of things upside down. They were saying, we, the citizens, we're the ones in charge here. We're the ones who decide how things are going to be run. And this isn't just about who gets to call the shots. It's about who the government is meant to serve. You see, we the people created the government. We brought it into existence, and we did so for a very specific purpose, to serve us, not the other way around. The power flows from us. Those who govern are there to do so by our consent, not by their own decree. This is a government of the people, by the people, for the people. And it's a concept so important, so fundamental, that it's the very first thing laid out in our Constitution. And it's not just about electing representatives, it's about holding them accountable, ensuring they're upholding the Constitution they swore to defend. It's about making sure they're honoring the will of we the people. And if they're not, we have the power to vote them out. So, when we say, we the people, we're not just reciting a phrase from a history book, we're declaring our power, we're asserting our rights, we're reminding those in power of who they're there to serve. And so, we find that the power flows from us, the people. We are the engine that drives this nation, the heartbeat that keeps it alive. We are the dreamers and the doers, the voters and the visionaries. We are we the people. How do we the people exercise this tremendous power vested in us, you might ask? Well, it's through the beauty of democracy that we do this. Democracy, as envisioned by our founding fathers, is not a spectator sport. It's a full-contact, participatory endeavor that requires each of us to roll up our sleeves and get involved. One of the most direct ways we wield our power is through the ballot box. We elect our representatives at every level of government, from the local school board to the highest office in the land, the presidency. In doing so, we shape our communities, our states, and our nation. We choose leaders who reflect our values, who are committed to hearing our voices, and who pledge to defend the Constitution we've established. But our power extends far beyond the voting booth. We can advocate for policies that mirror our beliefs and concerns. We can rally behind candidates who champion our causes. We can even step up and run for office ourselves, becoming the change we wish to see in our nation. Our power is also exercised through communication. We can reach out to our elected officials through letters, emails, or phone calls, expressing our views and holding them accountable. It's our right and our responsibility to let them know when they are meeting our expectations, and more importantly, when they're not. Participation in local and state government is another vital aspect of our civic duty. We can attend town hall meetings, vote in local elections, and join community boards. Through these actions, we ensure that our voices resonate not just in Washington, but also in our own backyards. And don't forget the power of peaceful protest. We can march, we can chant, we can stand up for what we believe in. Our freedom of speech and assembly is a powerful tool in our arsenal, one that can drive change and draw attention to important issues. So, how do we exercise our power? In more ways than you might think. We vote, we communicate, we participate, we advocate, and we protest. We do all this and more because we are the people, and indeed we hold the keys to shaping the course of America. What liberties do we the people enjoy, and how do these come with responsibilities, you may ask? Well, the heart of our liberties lies in the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to our Constitution. These amendments were crafted with the utmost care, not as an afterthought, but as a testament to the freedoms that are the birthright of every American. The freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the freedom of religion. These are not just words on a page, but the pillars that uphold our democracy. They allow us to express our thoughts, report the truth, and worship according to our beliefs. These liberties are the lifeblood of our nation, the foundation upon which we have built our identity as we the people. But let's not forget, with these freedoms comes a profound responsibility. It's not enough to merely enjoy our rights, we must also strive to preserve them. And preservation comes from participation. We need to be informed, engaged citizens, willing to hold our leaders accountable. When we exercise our freedom of speech, we have a responsibility to speak with truth and integrity. When we enjoy the freedom of the press, We have a duty to seek out reliable sources, to understand different perspectives, and to question what we are told. When we practice our freedom of religion, we have an obligation to respect the beliefs of others, even when they differ from our own. And then there's voting. Voting isn't just a right, it's a responsibility. It's how we ensure that our government truly represents we the people. It's how we hold our leaders accountable, and it's how we shape the future of our nation. But remember, our responsibilities don't end at the ballot box. We must also strive to make our voices heard in between elections. We can engage with our representatives, attend town halls, and participate in peaceful protests. With great power comes great responsibility. And we the people shoulder that responsibility. We are the guardians of our own liberties. Each one of us has a role to play in preserving the freedoms that make us we the people. So let's embrace that role. And let's do it with wisdom, honor, and love for our fellow citizens. What does the future hold for we the people, one might ask? The answer lies in our hands, in our hearts, and in our collective will. The journey to fully realize the promise of we the people is ongoing, a path that we continue to tread together, step by step, day by day. It is a journey that calls for constructive civic action, for active participation in our democracy. It beckons us to shape the policies, to choose the leaders, to be the voices that form an even more perfect union. But let's remember, we the people are not a monolith. We are a symphony of voices, a tapestry of experiences. Our strength lies in our diversity, in our unity, and in our shared commitment to the common good. So here's to the future, our future. In the end, it is we the people who will guide our nation's future. May we continue to wield our power wisely, and may our shared love for this great nation lead us to ever greater heights.